Okay, thank you, Josphat. I'm too quick. I thought our meeting is this evening. It's actually in a week's time, which is fine. Uh, I had quite a full day today preparing my stuff for taxes for the accountant. So anyway, those things have to be done as well. But anyway, apart from that, all is well down here in South Africa, in Cape Town. And I'm so happy to just say hello to all of you. And I know AJ is in country with you, so make use of whatever meetings of AJ you can attend. You know, he's really got such a heart for the business and for us. I can tell you that of all the directors, country directors I've ever worked with, AJ is the one that I find easiest to work with. He's so accommodating. He never says no when I ask him something. So you know, he brings different knowledge from what I would bring in a sense, because his background is different. He comes from a business and a corporate background. He understands things that I simply don't understand. So I'm so happy he's there with you, and I'm sure you'll enjoy the time together. And then Josphat, I'm happy just to say hello at least. And then if all goes well, we'll see each other next Monday, same time, same place. Is that right?
That's perfect. We look forward to having you on Monday. And we are still, of course, going through what you shared with us last time. So we are ready and eager to meet you on Monday, Mike.
Yes. So I'm going to next Monday just focus in on a small part of what I did last time, so that you know, last time I gave sort of a very comprehensive overview. But it's important, I think, the more people that can come in next Monday, the better, because I'm going to focus in on the very basics of building a solid business. But anyway, thank you. Have a good evening, and God bless.
Thank you, Mike, and bye-bye. See you on Monday,
Bye.
if not before. God bless.
Thank you.
All right, team. So that's Mike. He came to the meeting 1 week earlier than invited. But so he will be joining us on Monday. AJ will be joining us in a few minutes. So in the meantime, our topic is very interesting that I want to be starting off. And the topic I had shared in our WhatsApp. Remember, this is not a meeting for everyone. It's a meeting for those people who feel they are special. Do you feel like you are special? How many of us in the call feel, I'm special? I can do more than anyone else. I can challenge what others have done before. You can see Lydia Mwesa is raising the physical hand as she looks for where the virtual hand is. This is called excitement. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are special, and we want to attain special results. Yes, Dr. William. And our topic was or is elevating yourself to the top 1% performers. Elevating yourself to the top 1% performers. You want to be among the top 1% when it comes to performance, not when it comes to talking, when it comes to performance. And you'll agree with me that not everyone will make it to that 1%. So the big question then is, what should you do? And what do those people who find themselves at that 1% class, what do they do? How do they get there? You see, every time I see people earning crazy amounts of money, tens of millions in a month, I ask myself, what did they do? Because should I do what they do or what they did, I will definitely also get there, right? So I want to share with us a few thoughts as we wait for AJ to also come in, and we move on. Give me just a second. So I have a couple of thoughts, actually 4 things that I want to suggest that we do. And I'm very, very practical on this. I'm going to just share what I remember vividly I did with Pieros. We managed to get to that kind of performance. I think ours, we went even beyond the 1%. I mean, we really went to the very, very, very top by doing the following things. The first thing I want to suggest to us is to rise to the top 1%. Number one, discard the impossibility belief and mindsets. Discard the impossibility belief and mindset. If you got it and you are very swift in typing, you could type there for the rest of us. And what do I mean by discarding the impossibility belief and mindset? It's unfortunate that many people, when they join this business, they either listen to guys who will be telling them that it's not possible, or themselves just have that mindset generally that it is not possible. What do you tell yourself with regard to building your business to the very, very top? What do you tell yourself? Because you must first eliminate every impossibility thought in your mind. And no one will do it for you. We are entrepreneurs in this group. We are not just members of Superstars team and business and New Life at Lunch. We are entrepreneurs. And that is why we created this group, this very unique group, because we want people from this group to make it to director, to Sapphire, to Ruby, and so on and so forth. So the question is, how is your mindset and belief system when it comes to going all the way to the top? How is your belief system? When I started this business, I remember I was cruising at a very high speed, very, very high speed. And there are people who are already members in the business, and they would tell me, we've been here for long enough. This thing, there is no hurry in Africa. That was their belief. They believed so, but I discarded that belief. Another belief that they wanted to sell to me, and I said a big no, was that there were no people in Nairobi to join the business. And it sounded like it is true. They can easily convince you. They told me, we've tried to talk to people, and I can tell you, all the people we've talked to, they have saying that they have been in the business, or they know it. They know the business. So basically, it is up to you to say no to that kind of a thought. It doesn't matter how many people are, for that thought. You better stand alone, believing that there are so many people in wherever you are, wherever you are counted, and in this country that can join your business. So I want us, as we build this business as Superstars team and as members of Entrepreneurs Bootcamp, to be 100% convinced that there are so many people out there who are going to join our business. I want you to believe that there are so many people who are going to join your business that are waiting. And if you want to know how true that is, look at the people who have already joined in your business, because no one is in this call who has not sponsored. This is only for people who are sponsoring every single month and doing more than 100 points. And please remember, if you go for 2 months without doing the two things combined, 100 personal points and sponsoring at least one person, then we remove you from the group, because we are guided by discipline. I'll actually be talking about that towards the end. Right? So, believe so strongly that people are there. And I want to say this. If you look at the people you've sponsored so far, some time back, perhaps you also felt like there are no people. How comes now you have sponsored? Maureen Lulu is in the call. I have seen her sponsoring so massively of late, and there's a time in the past with Agnes that they were not sponsoring so much. What has just changed? I can assure you, the first obvious thing that has changed is how, it's their mindset, the perception. You see? So that's very, very critical. So even if everyone else believes otherwise, please be for the opinion that you are going, and I'm happy to see Maureen saying, yes, it all started changing from the mind. So believe strongly that you can and you will. Believe strongly that there are so many people out there, and they will come. There are some people in this call who in the recent past have believed they can be doing 1,000 personal points every month. You can see them likes of Father Lucas, Juma, and Pamela Muga. And it's happening. They just believe they can do 1,000 personal points. At the beginning, they were doing very little. I can assure you, Father Lucas and actually backslidden. When he got back into the business, not into salvation, he came with a different mindset of doing 1,000 personal points plus, and he's capable of, he has been doing it for many months. So please, and you know, we can tell the mindset you possess by the way you do things, by the way you talk. In our training centers, how do you talk? If you ever talk impossibility, it's just that something is, leaking out of your mind. You know, when there's too much impossibility in the mind, some will leak out through the mouth. So we are able to tell. And I don't want to go beyond that, but just know that that is what carries everything else. So you have to discard that impossibility belief and mindset. It doesn't matter the current situation. You might be doing so well, but someone else might be struggling. The thing is, there is a reality. There is some truth about your business, that it's going to go all the way to 5 Diamond Director. Who is pursuing this business to 5 Diamond Director? And who maybe is pursuing to Sapphire and Taki Arafu iishie hapo? Who is pursuing to 5 Diamond Director? I hope I'm not all alone. No, I hope we are many. As you type there that confession, let's go to the number 2. Put in the time. Put in the time. Put in the time. I want us to be very realistic on this. Will you agree with me that many people just do the business, and not only the business, many things in life. They do things when it's convenient. Do you agree with me? That many people do things when it is convenient. When it is not, they don't. How do I know that there are many people who do this business when it's convenient? You will hear some people say, I would have come to the meeting only that. Now they give a reason, an excuse. That excuse points towards something that is not convenient for them. But I can tell you, we didn't build this business like that. We would be at one point maybe in a hospital. I have told you the scenario that Pieros was in hospital with one of our kids, and she even sneaks from the hospital to come to a physical meeting. Today, you don't have to do that. If it's a Zoom meeting, you just connect from wherever you are. But some people will not show up because they have a toothache, as if they are listening with a tooth. All right. I am trying to penetrate to our hearts, to bring a point, to put a point across that you cannot afford to do the business just when it's convenient. If you want to rise to the 1%, top 1% of the performance. So you put in the time. The question is, you don't have to type this one, but please make sure you write on your notebook somewhere, how many hours on average do you give to your business per day? And if you have the guts, you can chat. How many hours do you give your business per day? If I look at my to-do list, of course, you'll say, you know, Josphat, you are full-time. And I will challenge you. I built my business to president team member when I was part-time in the business. When I look at my to-do list, today, Monday 17, the things that I had written to do, and I've done most of them, man, it's the majority of the hours that I had in the day for working. You see, you must major on the major things and minor on the minor things, but many people do the opposite. They major in the minor and they minor in the major. And they expect to get, you know, huge bonuses. It's not possible. So for us, let's sacrifice time. There is a tendency to believe that, you know, I'm busy. That's a lie. And we say you can never manage time. You can only manage yourself. If you feel that you're overwhelmed with work, why not wake up an hour or two earlier than you do? You clear whatever is really piling up and making you too busy. Some of us, by 4, we are too busy. I mean, we woke up long time ago. Simple. So, and you see, when you put in sufficient time now to build your business big time, it will come a time when you have all the time that you need. That is when you have time freedom. You cannot afford to be busy throughout, and your bank account is not showing that you are very busy. It's not you to talk, it's your bank account that should tell us this guy is too busy. Look at their bank account. It looks like a phone number, not like a number plate. Okay. So put in the time. Don't just do it when you feel like. Don't have part-time mentality, even if you're doing the business part-time. I love that. I repeat, don't have part-time mentality in the business, even if you are doing it part-time. That is on part-time basis. You see, you might have the mentality that, you know, I'm a full-time employee, I'm a full-time lecturer in the university. Now I work 8 to 5 in the job. So the only time I can afford to do the business is maybe after 5. Come on, guys. In between the 8 to 5, there is too much time that you can squeeze for your business. If you value it, if you are sincere, you want to climb to the top 1%. And I believe I'm talking to people who have committed completely, a radical commitment that they are going to crush it to the top to become 1%. How do you know you are in the 1%, the top 1%? How many steps are you taking? How much money are you making? Right. Can we go to number 3? Number 3 is cultivate self-discipline, not imposed discipline. Wow. As entrepreneurs, as bootcamp members, we've got to be guided, led by self-discipline, not imposed discipline. You see, many people will do things because of repercussions from outside. I mean, if I don't attend the meeting, I'll be asked by my upline why I didn't attend. If I don't do 100 points, surely my upline will not be happy. If I don't sponsor at least one person, I'll be removed from the bootcamp group. All that is imposed discipline. You are doing so that you don't suffer the consequence from outside. Whereas we should be working because of self-discipline. I am doing this because I believe I have too much potential within myself. I'm doing this because I'm challenging myself. I must become a director. I cannot be recognized every other time as a distributor, as a manager. You know, some people almost get the title of a permanent and pensionable distributor, permanent and pensionable manager. So you challenge yourself to get out of that comfort zone. So you are doing it not because of anyone, but because of yourself. And that is the discipline and excellence that you know, we need for us to really get to the top 1% performance. I shared some time back with us the story of Michelangelo, or if you want, Michelangelo, Michelangelo, an Italian sculptor who was painting, you know, the ceiling, the roof of a church. And he did it so well. And at one point he was spotted, you know, painting at a corner where no one would see him. So people are there calling him, Michelangelo, where are you? They cannot see him because he was hidden, you know, he was hiding in some corner painting somewhere where no one will ever see. And so he was asked, why are you doing that? I thought painting should be for beauty that people will see. And he said, you know, there might never be anyone who will see what I'm doing, but there is God in heaven who is seeing this beauty. And number 2, he believed that he has to do something for excellence, not for mediocrity. Doing something because you love doing it and you want to do the best there is to be done. I love some message that, you know, I listened to the late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And he was talking to the Negroes in US. the black Negroes, guys. And he was telling them, just because you are a Negro, you don't have to do things at a low level, at a Negro standard. And he was telling them, if you are sweeping, sweep in a way that there will be no other such a sweeper like you. Not the dead, not the living, not the unborn. Do it so well that it can never be done any better. How is that? For you to really do that, you need to do it because of pressure from inside, not from outside. So as we pursue our business, I want to challenge us not to do it because of anyone, but we do it because we have too much potential from inside to even defy all the odds. When things seem not to work, you push so hard because you believe you have what it takes, and that pressure comes from inside, not from outside. Hallelujah. That is self-discipline. Doing things even when there is no one who is seeing you. Even if there is no reward from outside. Okay. And the last one, I want to talk about only 4 today. The last one. Track your performance daily. This is very relevant for us. The assumption here is that we are all owning our business 100%. Sometimes I love checking on who is really participating and active in the meeting and who is not there. If you are still there, please chat down there. I own my business 100%. Just that. At least I will be sure that you are there. I own my business 100%. So that's the assumption, that we own our business 100%. And if that's the case, then you have to track your performance. At least I can see Paul Motito, Tuko is there, Maureen is there. Yeah, if you are there, let me know. Agnes, Lydia, excellent. So you need to track your business every single day. I have seen some people, they never even check their back office, not even once in a whole full day. That means that person has been away from their business. Because if you did an order, you want to see whether it reflected, the PV is reflected. If you sponsor somebody, you want to see whether they have, they are featuring in your back office. If you're working with your team, for example, those who have a team, and they are sponsoring and doing orders, you want to keep on checking how are they moving, because your team's performance is your performance ultimately. You see, so you cannot afford to not to check on your back office. The only time you are allowed not to check on your back office is when you are 100% sure that you are doing nothing and your team is doing nothing. And you know what that means? That you are becoming, no one is finishing for me. Yes. You are becoming nothing. If you are doing nothing, your team is doing nothing, you are becoming nothing. Or something worse than you are. All right. So tracking your performance daily motivates you to either make things happen or accelerate what is happening. Tracking your business daily makes you to make sure that things happen, or whatever is happening, you accelerate it. For example, if you check on your back office and you discover that you've not sponsored, of course, you don't have to check your back office to know whether you've sponsored, and none of your team members have sponsored, then you'll have to make things happen. You'll have to cause something happen. And I'm happy that as members of this group, we have committed that there is no possibility of sponsoring 0 in a month or doing 0 PVs in a month, because we have to go to over 100 personal points. So when you realize that something has not happened, and you see, if you are tracking your business daily, you will be worried if by now 17th, really things are not happening. But when you are tracking it daily, then it means that you feel you are lagging behind if you've not sponsored, if you have not done your PVs. Now, if you are becoming a director this month, for example, or our existing directors, you are qualifying at the same title, that is 4,000 points, then definitely you will check on where am I now. If I'm at anything below 1,000, then signs are not so good. Signs are not so good. If you are at 1,000 to 2,000, then you are headed in the right direction, but you need to move faster, because by date 20th, you can never be below 2,000 points. If you are going for 4,000 points, so that you are paying at the highest percentage, 25%, you can never be below 2,000 points by date 20th. So that if you are at 2,000, then you know in the remaining days, you can easily crash it to 4,000 points. You see? So you track it daily. You track it daily. Now, may I ask to see in amongst us, who has already sponsored one person this month, please? By chatting down there, if you've sponsored one, you put 1. If you've sponsored 2 this month, you put 2, just to see how the team is doing. Oh, Maureen sponsored 2. That is Maureen and Agnes Waudo. Congratulations, Maureen and Waudos already sponsored 2. Lydia Mwesa 2. Exciting. Now, I've seen now Agnes also 2. I don't know whether now it's a 2 plus 2 here. Maureen making it 4. All right. Florence Okech sponsored 2. Priska sponsored 1. I must tell you that I'm so excited about this. This is really, really, really exciting. Who else has sponsored? This is very exciting. You see, this is the purpose of this team, to make sure that we are changing ourselves to sponsor with the discipline, not because we feel like sponsoring, but because we are disciplined that we must sponsor. And by the way, when you see people sponsoring, like Florence sponsored 2, she didn't wait for it to happen. This weekend, she was all over Bungoma, Kakamega, doing meetings. You cannot afford to just sit and hide behind your upline director or your sponsor. You expect things to happen. You've got to go out and make things happen. Do those meetings. And if you are relatively new, you are not sure of how to go about it, to do a meeting, this is how you do it. Just introduce it to your friend, fire them, charge them, and then connect them with your upline director, so that your upline director can talk to them as you listen. That way you are getting to understand the choice of words. What should you tell them so that they join the business? You are copying from your upline director or your sponsor. Simple. So let's be guided by discipline. And I'm so happy to see that a good number of us in the boot camp, we've already sponsored. Almost half of us in the group. But then let's stretch. We say that we don't go for the minimum. We go for the maximum. And there's no maximum. Sponsor as many people as you can, as long as you nurture them. You don't sponsor and you leave them. That would be recruiting. We don't recruit, we sponsor. Personal points, don't just do, you know, the 100 minimum that we agreed we'd be doing as bootcamp members. Go for the highest. Maybe just before I invite our guest speaker to close for us the meeting, who has among us who has already done more than their 100 personal points already? You've already done your 100 points personal. And if it's way beyond 150, 200, please, you can write the figure there, how many you've done, how many personal points you've done. If you've done more than 100 points, if you've done less, don't type anything. We will know what that means as we welcome our guest speaker. And as we do that, I can be introducing our guest speaker. Wow, Cash Florence, 189 personal points. You see, that is headed to some more hundreds in the next few days, right? I'm checking on that chart. Lydia Mwesa, 131, you see? And those are directors. I hope everyone here has that mindset of a director, that you do your personal points, 100 minimum, at the beginning of the month, not at the end of the month, right? So as we do that, let me be introducing to our speaker who these members are. We are basically a disciplined lot. Is that a good description of who we are? We're basically a disciplined lot. People who are disciplined to do never less than 100 personal points and sponsor at least one person in any month. So we are guided by discipline. And I'm super excited to mention that our guest speaker, AJ, who is the most supportive company executive I've ever come across, in charge of East and West Africa, yet he's able to give us all the support that we need. He is the one who initiated a discussion that we need to have a small group of people. You can see AJ there, a small group of people who are so visionary, whom we can call dream carriers. Instead of working with all the thousands that we have in Superstars team, we work with a few people who are ready to sacrifice whatever it takes. And AJ, I'm so excited to tell you that these are the kind of people that you are talking to tonight. I know you have had a very, very, very busy day with so many meetings. AJ is tuning in from Nairobi, Kenya. And we are so happy that he is so much concerned about our growth as a team and as Neolive at large. So, AJ, we've had a good 40 minutes, so you can take a few minutes to wind up the meeting for us. We were discussing what it takes to get to the top 1%, and the men, you can share with us a couple of thoughts so that we can be able to close the meeting. AJ.
Thank you, Josphat. Can you hear me and see me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can see you, AJ.
Okay, fantastic. So, Josphat, thank you so much for the introduction. And you know, I support all our distributors because I want to. I've seen incredible success in the last couple of years from people that have started the business and have grown to exceptionally wealthy leaders in the business. So I've seen it before my very own eyes. Was I part of that success? Yes. But it's certainly, it's those entrepreneurs that really make the big difference in our business. So for those of you on the call, my name is Andrew Johnson. You can call me AJ, much easier, I guess. And today I just want to spend a bit of time, like Josphat said, I look after East and West Africa. So there's 9 countries that I'm accountable and responsible for, with a distributor base of probably close to 400,000 distributors. And close to 50 PTs. So I know firsthand what it takes, certainly from the stories that I hear, not only just the stories, but the numbers that are coming through in our business and the growth that we've seen in the last 3 years or so. I can tell you now the growth that we've seen since the beginning of COVID, and the growth is continuing, is because entrepreneurs, people, distributors that have been around, new distributors, some of those distributors only joined us last month, but they are inherently entrepreneurs. They think like entrepreneurs. They behave like entrepreneurs. And my definition of an entrepreneur is quite simple. You can go to Google and probably get 50, 60 different definitions. My definition is quite simple. It's an individual, male or female, young or old, that wants to make money on their own terms, but make a lot of money. They want to be financially successful. In other words, financially independent at first, and then financially free second. They are driven by money, but not just for the sake of making it, but for the sake of setting themselves and their families up in financial freedom. And that working towards financial freedom is a very strong emotion. I want to make it clear to the team on the call today that being an entrepreneur is an emotional drive. You look at your life and you say, I'm not going to work, I'm not going to be poor or on the margins of poverty. I'm not just going to earn enough money every month just to get by. They are the kind of individuals that say, I want to have so much money that I don't even know how I'm going to spend it. And I want to have so much money that I'll be able to help other people that want to make as much money as I. If you talk to the most successful entrepreneurs on the planet, and I'm talking about established ones like Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, they still want to make a lot of money. The only difference is that they're giving half of it away, or even more than half of it away, to help other people again. I want you, if you don't have an entrepreneur mindset, that's okay. You can develop an entrepreneur mindset. It's not an exclusive group of people that have a specific mindset. It's not. It's an emotional decision that individuals made early in their life, late in their life, middle in their life, that they weren't going to accept poverty or just making it through on a salary every month and having more month than salary at the end of the month. They are people that decided, I'm going to join a business or an organization where there's no limit amount of money that I can make, but there might be a limit to how much time I have. So an entrepreneur knows how to use time effectively. An entrepreneur knows how to reach out as many people as possible through social media or just the old-fashioned way by phoning people. Entrepreneur knows what they want to earn every month. They know what will make them happy and reward them for the effort that they put in. So all of you on the call, reevaluate your entrepreneur mindset. Evaluate, do a test and figure out how much of an entrepreneur you are. And there's quite a few tests you can do online. And they normally give you an idea of where you are as an entrepreneur, your thinking, your habits, your emotional state. Do the test online. In fact, Josphat could probably do it for you. He knows he's an entrepreneur himself. He'll be able to tell you where you are. Doesn't matter where you are. It's where you're going that counts. Entrepreneurs make money on their own terms. Entrepreneurs shrug off rejection. Rejection is just part of the deal. In fact, they'll say, how many no's am I going to get today? Because they know they're going to get a lot of yeses. And it's a relationship between no's and yeses. There will always be more no's, but that doesn't matter. There's a lot of yeses out there that want to be part of your team, part of superstars, and be successful. So do the entrepreneur evaluation test. And then the last thing from my side is I want you to challenge yourself. Challenge yourself in terms of the next step that you're going to take, the skills that you require, but have a look at how entrepreneurs think, how they behave, how they plan, their work ethic. Have a look at it and see if you're aligned. I can assure
Sorry, it seems we are losing AJ. Is it my ad?
develop it, have a growth mindset, develop it. And, everyone's an entrepreneur. Everybody can make money. There's enough money to go around. Everybody can be financially free. Just depends on your attitude, how you plan, and what you do with your time. And never give up and always see opportunity in everything that you do or say. So for me, AJ, I love you all. I miss you all. Thank you so much, Josphat. And I hope that you all do the entrepreneur test. It's a lot of fun. It's online, and I hope that you have fun with it. So from me, AJ, God bless you all. Thank you, Josphat. Take care.
Thank you, AJ. A few minutes that are very critical. And I can say you sacrificed to log in while you are on the road. We were able to get you loud and clear. And to the team, that is it. We remember our first point was about mindset, and that is what AJ has closed with, mindset. Having that yeah, it's okay to call it millionaires mindset, but entrepreneurs mindset, making it happen. So as we head towards the second phase of the month, I want us to use the nuggets that we've shared tonight and make a huge mark in our business. Remember the challenge, you cannot afford to perform like the other general lot when we are the disciplined lot. So our performance must be way beyond the ordinary and the norm. So God bless you so much. Today, 17th, we have a couple of days remaining to the close of the month. And I know from this call, from the 14 of us, or 13 minus AJ, everyone will reckon some increment in our PVs. Whatever you got last month, let this month be better so that we are literally growing and growing our business. So thank you so much. God bless you all. Thank you, AJ, for your time. And thank you, team. That marks the end of our session. And remember, we have a meeting at 8 p.m. And our guest speaker is none other than the shining lady right there on the video, Florence Okech. So let us invite massively. Remember, Okech was able to go to World Team within 6 months or thereabout. And so you cannot afford to miss listening to her story. But more importantly, let's invite the whole world. If you have invited people in the past, they have come to our meetings, re-invite them to this one so that, people don't join in their first time. They join after maybe even the 6th time of listening. So let's re-invite and invite those who have not come. And let's also make sure that all our distributors are there so that they can also grow their business. So thank you so much. God bless you. God bless your families, and see you at the top if you'll be there to be met. God bless, and bye-bye for now.